So Splatoon 2 came out a few days before my birthday, so obviously I wanted to get it.
So I originally wanted to get the physical version of Splatoon 2, but I already had money on the eShop, so I figured I'd just go digital. One of the new things they added was they replaced the Squid Sisters with these two. Pearl is not my favorite, and Marina's an Octoling, so that's cool, I guess. Diversity. So the hub of Splatoon 2 is basically the same as in the first game. You still have your 4 stores, the shoe store, the headwear store, and the shirt store, as well as the weapon store. And the lobby's pretty much the same too. There's still regular battles, ranked battles, and private battles, and also league battles as well. Regular battles are same old turf wars, in which you shoot out ink and trying to cover the most ground within the time limit, while also overlapping the other team's color. You can splat other players, which makes them explode into a pile of your own ink and also makes them respawn, giving you some time to cover some ground. The matches are 3 minutes long and they're 4v4. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is that being an inkling, you can turn into a squid. This allows you to swim quickly through your color ink and it refills your tank. And you can even swim up walls. There are a lot of different kinds of gear and weapons in the game. You can customize your weapon, headgear, shirt, and your shoes. They all have different abilities. There's your regular shooter, sniper, roller, and new addition to Splatoon 2, dualies. They're one of my favorite new weapons. As for ranked battles, there are 3 different modes. Tower control, where you have to try and stay on a small tower while people go crazy trying to shoot you. Rainmaker, a mode where you have to race to a weapon in the middle and then deliver it on a podium on the other team's side of the map. It's basically capture the flag. I like this mode, but it seems like whenever you get the Rainmaker, it's up to you to fend for yourself. Your team is supposed to help you, but everyone just wants to be the one carrying the Rainmaker, so they just leave you to die. Bad teamwork. The last ranked battles mode is Flat Zones, the one I'm playing now, in which you have to take control of one area in the map and keep it till time runs out. Ranked battles are more risk-reward than regular battles. In most cases, it's all or nothing. You either gain points or you lose them. After completing a round, you get rewarded with points and your rank goes up. Or if you lost, your rank goes down. When you get a certain amount of points, you level up, which unlocks new gear and weapons. Your gear also levels up depending on how many slots it has. So yeah, that's the main part of the game right there, but here are some extra things that you can do. Every once in a while, there are these things called Splatfests, where you can join one of 2 teams and then do turf wars to fight for that side. You can also post pictures again like you could in the first game, but it's still not the same in Miiverse. And yes, there's still really good ones, and there's also really bad ones as well. You can do local play, but I haven't tried that yet. And you can also do this Just Dance kind of minigame where you press buttons. So yeah, that's fun, I guess. Also, hey, there's Spike. Speaking of Spike, there's this little kid that looks like them, and he pretty much does the same thing. He orders things from other people, and he can also upgrade your gear. You get currency to use with him from Splatfest. And, oh yeah, I almost forgot. There's a story mode in the game, and it's surprisingly fun. Just like in the first game. When most people get Splatoon though, they're usually more excited to jump into multiplayer, not solo play. But if you do get into it, you'll most likely enjoy it. At the moment, I've only completed the first world. So, here's what I've noticed so far. Each level seems to have some sort of gimmick. This one, I guess, is sponges. The goal is to collect the 2 collectibles in each stage, and then make it to the end and grab the Zapfish. Yep, that's right, same as the first game. Are you seeing a pattern here? 'Cause I am. There's one more main thing you can do in Splatoon 2, and a lot of people seem to like it, and it's called Salmon Run. Salmon Run is a game mode where you and your 3 teammates are given a random weapon at the start of the match, and then you must fight hordes of incoming salmon while defeating bosses and collecting the golden eggs they drop, and then putting them in the collection basket. When you defeat salmon, you collect these weird orange orbs that give you prizes when you cash them in. I believe there are 7 or so different bosses in Salmon Run. Each boss has its own weakness. For example, for this one you have to throw a bomb into its shell, and then it explodes and you can collect the golden eggs. After you collect the eggs, just put them in the basket. Overall, I really like this new mode, but it could use some more maps because at the moment it only has 1. Also, they made it so you could only play at certain times of the day. It just doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. And don't worry if you die or anything. You'll just turn into a little life buoy, and you can spam the help button and one of your teammates will come and shoot you, which will revive you. The thing you do have to worry about is if everyone dies. That means game over. After you're done with a match, you can go to the counter on the side of the Salmon Run area and ask for a bonus, and if you earned it, you'll get a prize. Like, this one was 4,000 bucks, and you can get tickets for the food truck. So that's Splatoon 2. Great game, but I realize I haven't talked much about the issues yet, and there definitely are some. What I hinted at earlier was the fact that Splatoon 2 is very similar to the first game. There's not much new things that were brought into this game. Not to say that there wasn't anything new, but it could have used some more fresh, get it, content. I also mentioned earlier that Salmon Run was only playable at certain times of the day. That's stupid. And you might not have issues with this, but if you ever have problems with your Switch not being able to connect to the internet, which I do, you might drop out of a match every once in a while. If this does happen, you're sent back to the lobby screen. You not only lose rank, but you also get banned for playing online for 5 minutes. And I get why they did this, so people don't put their Switches on sleep mode in the middle of a match. But I can't help it if my internet sucks, so stop punishing me for it. By the way, people dropping out of matches is a huge problem in this game. You won't believe how many times I've been stuck with only 2 teammates, giving the other side a huge advantage. And don't even think about leaving the game in that case, unless you want to get banned. God, it's so annoying. But, whatever. Despite its many flaws, Splatoon 2 is still a great game, and it gets a 7 out of 10.